Oh shoot. Hold on a second. Okay, now everything's all set up. こんルアーIwanamiルアーです。Hello guys. I'm Lure, and as you probably might have noticed, wait. Oh god, the audio? Wait. What's wrong with my audio? Wait. Toto. Do I sound the audio is absolutely, oh no. Uh-oh. Okay, hold on. Mic check. Do I not sound absolutely destroyed now? Don't worry, I'm here. Same ish. Oh no, that's not good. Hold on. Hold on. I'm gonna monitor and output this. Oh. That is, ew, that's, oh, is that good? No. What do you mean? I wonder if it's, oh, no. No. Mic check. Is that good? Is it good now? It's not, it's fixed. Yes. Okay. All right. Now I just need to bump you up just a little bit. Okay. All right. The new mic audio, courtesy of the new microphone, of the new microphone that I bought for mostly singing purposes. But I guess now I'm just gonna have to use as a overall backup microphone solution, unless I unless I do some drastic things somewhere. But you know what, this will do for now. Okay, let's say hi to everyone in YouTube chat. Hello, Marines Edits, congrats on getting Bennett in Genshin Impact. Hello there, Yui. Hello there, Pembu. Hello there, Kimberly Wong. Hello there, Tyrion. And hello there, Sea Rabbit. Hello everyone. Hello there, Karma. It's been such a long time. Oh my god. Or it's felt like a long time, but rest assured, I've gone through quite a bit. Congrats on being forced to buy a new piece. Oh. But hey, at least this PC is harder, better, faster, stronger. And bad news, everybody. Very bad news. Well, besides the fact that my old computer is now dead, I'm on Windows 11 now. It's almost a month, Dad. I know. It's like, you don't think I know that. You don't think I know that. I know it's been quite a while. Ew. Why? Well, I mean, they're gonna be dropping support for Windows 10 in about 13 months from now. So I figured, why not? I mean, I already have a Microsoft account. I already gave my soul away to the four-colored devil like ages ago. When I signed up for Xbox Live and my sister had to call the support centers just to get their freaking credit cards out of the get her freaking credit card out of the system because I was too young and didn't have a credit card at the time, so I used my sister's credit card to get Xbox Live. But yeah. But also it's because like I use OneDrive as like a second cloud storage for, you know, video editing and stuff. So yeah, that's why I do the thing. That's why I'm switching to Linux when Windows 10 drops. Lure Iwanami, one of the 20 people using OneDrive without it being required by their employer. Yeah, it do be like that. It do. Sometimes things do be like, it do be like that. I'm weird, okay? I make not the most popular decisions, or maybe they're popular, but I'm surrounded by people who don't follow the popular decisions, and so here I am with Windows 11 and OneDrive. It's okay, because like the moment I switched to Windows 11, I actually just renamed, because like the account that I'm using is actually tied to a personal email address. It's okay as long as I don't ever show my settings. And also don't ever push the start button ever, I should be good, because I usually keep monitor capture to a minimum anyways. I only use it for FL Studio. New PC hype, it's Windows 11 or Linux. Yeah, that it do be like that, OT Bueno. So hello there, OT Bueno on the purple side of things. How are you doing tonight? You could go full dank and make your own local cloud server. Well, if I do that, I gotta plan it, you know. You think I'm not eyeballing like direct storage solutions right now. It's like it takes time, okay? I'll figure this out. I'll figure this out when it comes time for it. But right now, I'm just basking and relaxing on my new PC, okay? Bruh. Okay, so anyways, it's time to tell the story of how I got to this point. How I got to this point of now having a Beef Coon PC. You know, it was just like any other Thursday. It was just like any other Thursday. I was just minding my own business. And I didn't think anything was wrong. I didn't really think anything was that, like, I didn't think the situation was that bad because, you know, I got my trusty old crystal disc info Shizuku edition to tell me when things are about to go sicko mode, when one of the drives is about to go sicko mode, and it said that everything was okay. It said that everything was okay, except for the part where I guess my computer decided it wanted to just suddenly blue screen. And I didn't think about it that hard at first because you know blue screens tend to happen in the late life cycle of like the computer that I've been using. Wait, the anime edition of Crystal Disc? Yes, I got the anime waifu version of Crystal Disc. It's okay. I can understand the sweet nothings that Shizuku says. Like, hey, your disc is running too hot. You should do something about that. It's like you open up Crystal Disc Edition and it's just like, hey, one of your discs is running too hot. It would be nice if you could figure out how to cool it down. Please do something about it. No, that's what she actually says when one of your discs is like running like hotter than usual. I have never once thought about what temperature my drives run. Neither have I, actually. Neither have I. But you know, sometimes I open up Crystal Disc Edition and it says that one of the drives is running hot. It's mostly that one of the external drives that I use, so I didn't really think much about it because, you know, it's an external drive and it's like, you know, it's hopefully it's not that bad, and if it does get bad, you know, maybe I'll just buy some new storage and just transfer all of the stuff there before things blow up. Hello there, John Cypher. How are you doing tonight? You're just talking about my PC woes. I've only had that issue on gaming laptops that I use as a... I mean, PCs do make for really good room heaters. I'll do that before things blows up. I mean... Fortunately, it wasn't the external hard drive that blew up. It was the boot drive. So let's go back to the blue screen of death that I didn't think of. That I didn't think much of. So yeah, I did get the blue screen of death, but instead of the usual like, oh, like you know, like those paging errors and stuff, it was something somewhat a little bit more ominous. Unexpected storage something. I thought you were gonna say my wallet blew up. We'll get to that later. We'll get to that part later. But right now, we're trying to set the story straight. Yes, I'm both in Twitch and YouTube chat because why not? Ayo. The unexpected storage hot dogs. So after I got the unexpected storage stop code, and you want to know what the worst part was? The percentage was not going up. Usually whenever a blue screen of death happens, they usually write a log file to, like, you know, let you know like how the thing got destructed, and turns out that the percentage was not going up, which I thought was really weird. So the computer restarted itself after a long while, and it did not detect the drive for a little bit. So I decided, okay, maybe that's a bit weird. So I decided to just let the computer just cool for a little bit. Let the computer cool for a bit, and then I'll just restart it, and then everything will be back to normal. And it did restart back up, and it was normal for like about half an hour until a new blue screen came up with something I probably should have taken seriously after that. Critical process died. And also the percentage did not go up on that either, because little did I realize back then that my boot drive was about to kick the butt. The boot drive was about to kick the bucket. And I thought I could hold on. I thought I could hold on, though, if I had the foresight to know that something was going down with my boot drive. I would have taken out all of the SSDs right away, identified which one was the boot drive, and then just immediately try to back up as much stuff as I could before the boot drive decided, you know what? I think I'm just not gonna work anymore. You will know what I did instead. I booted up the computer again, and then it ran very sluggishly as I tried to get into the disk management, and then critical process died one last time, and then it was no more. The boot drive was gone so by then. And and I thought I wanted to have hope. So there were 3 solid state drives attached to my computer. One of them was a 512 gigabyte Lexar solid state drive, which I used for the boot drive. And the other 2 were Western Digital Blue drives that I used for both gaming. That I used for both game saves and like downloading and keeping games on and stuff. And then the other one was the cloud storage save. So I took all. So I thought maybe if I just swapped the drives into what I thought was the boot drive, I would be able to save the system. Turns out I was probably making things a little bit worse. Ew, Lexar, I know. Me did not have that much foresight when I bought those Lexar drives like a couple years ago when I upgraded the system and stuff. But yeah, I swapped the thing, and and then, like, you know, it is bad. And then, like, it didn't work. I tried swapping the drives, hoping one of them would have been like the other, like the actual boot drive. Turns out the Lexar one was the boot drive. You want to know how I knew that was the boot drive? The operating system would not. There's no operating system on the other drives, so it's like there was no Windows. And yeah. I think Lexar was the first SSD I ever bought, and it also critically failed within like Freaking Lexar, man. So yeah, the PC died. But honestly, it was a very, very, very long run for this PC. And I was surprised that I managed to get as much mileage as I did from it, considering, like, you know, everything associated with it. Hold on, I'm gonna. Oh, and then so I'm gonna list out my old PC specs. So when I first got this PC, it had a GeForce GTX 1080. I stuck with this GeForce GTX 1080 for the entire time that I've had this computer. And the friend that I bought this off of and built this computer in 2017, this was state of the art 7 years ago. 7 years later, I was still using this. And so well, I'm not going to list out this. I'm probably not going to list. You know what? I'll list out the storage. So when I got this, it had one. So for storage, it had one. All I know is that it had it had 4 drives on it. 3 of them were SSDs. The smallest one being 256 gigabytes. I think the other ones only got up 256 to 512 gigabytes for that. I think there was one big hard disk drive, which was just 1 terabyte. 1080 is still pretty good by today's standards. Yeah, I think everything else in that PC still works. It's just, you know, it just needs a new operating system, because whatever did work, whatever storage that did work, I just transplanted into this new PC. And then I just got like M.2 drives to like replace all of the stuff, because, like, you know, I hear like M.2 drives with like very fast read and write speeds, very useful when it comes to things like video editing. So this is a pretty good so this is a pretty decent, like, the new build that I have, which I'll get to in a bit, is pretty decent. It's pretty good. It's pretty decent for like mid-size to mid-high gaming, and also pretty good for video editing. So yeah, that sucks. Yeah. So this was the old PC specs as I bought as of 2019. So this was when I bought it. So it had a GeForce GTX 1080, 3 SSDs ranging from those sizes, and 1 terabyte hard disk drive. So no, I think it had like 2 hard disk drives, each 1 terabyte, if I remember correctly. So this was chock full of storage. This was chock full of storage, and it used all of the SATA ports basically. And what else? So I had an AMD Ryzen 7 1800X, which was state of the art when this computer was built. And for the RAM, I think we just got 16 gigabytes DDR4 RAM. I don't remember the timings. I don't remember the speed off the top of my head, but I just know that that was what I got when I bought this off of my friend. So that was as of 2019 when I bought this. When I bought this off my friend. Old PC specs when it went sad face. Old PC specs when it's sad face. Okay, so I was still I was still using the GeForce GTX 1080. And I still had 3 SSDs, but instead of the minimum being 256 and the maximum being 512, the minimum was now 512, and the minimum was now 1 terabyte, and the maximum was now 1 terabyte. So I upgraded the storage really good. And in a bit of an exercise of excess, in a huge exercise of excess, I upgraded both of the hard disk drives to 4 terabytes. Yeah. Yeah. And then yeah. And also so I upgraded this thing quite a bit. I upgraded everything but the graphics card. Because it's like it was still running good, and it's like I don't even hardcore game anyways, so it's like why should I upgrade from the GTX 1080? Well, you could upgrade this graphics card if you're one of those people that actually cares about ray tracing. But if not, then GTX 1080 runs just as good. Runs just fine. I also learned that the motherboard for that old PC actually had an M.2 slot in it. But the downside is if you use an M.2 NVMe SSD on that system, if it is one of the more recent SSDs with like that uses like 4 PCIe lanes, you lose 2 SATA ports. It turns out that like I was basically using all of the SATA ports. So yeah. I don't know. The previous owner went overkill with like storage and stuff, and so that trend just kind of went with it. 2 terabyte SSD and a 4 terabyte SSD. What? There was only enough room for one M.2 in there was only enough room for one M.2 drive in the old build. So yeah. That was all I could put on it. 4 terabyte SSD. Oh no. Oh. 4 terabytes of SSD storage is like that's way too much. Way too much for me. I was already like going super ham on this thing. So all right. So those were the old PC specs. So most of you have probably already seen the PC part picker page a couple of weeks ago when I was planning out this build. And if nobody got me, I know Team Group got me. Ayo. So yeah, I went to PC part picker, and then I basically just planned out I just like improvised a build that suited what I personally wanted out of a PC, which in my case would be finally upgrading this G to an R, and then finally turning this 1 into a 4, Unfortunately, I also had to bump this 8 down to a 6. Alright. Crazy enough, this PC still has 3 solid state drives, but to M.2. So specifically, my boot drive is 1 terabyte running off an M.2 drive, and the SSD, and I transplanted the working SSD from my previous build to this build. And that was the one with all of my game saves and game downloads. This is why I still have my Vtuber model and I don't have to set things up again. But hear me out on this. When it gave me the warning to like back up my Vtuber model, I did as VTube Studio told me, and I backed up my Vtuber model. just as a safety measure, and after learning my lesson of not backing up all of my crucial things, so I backed it up, and now I have a copy of my VTuber model on maintenance things. But Matt says 4060 is bigger than 1080, so that is true. That is true. Like, honestly, like, yeah, it is a 4060. Most people these days are probably gonna scoff at me for using a 4060. Oh wait, I should probably also add this detail as well. I got it. It has a TI on it, and it has double the VRAM than what I previously had with the 1080. So yeah, number go up. And also, yeah, I just took the old hard disk drives from the previous build and I just put it in this one. I just put it in this one. Yeah, that is definitely a difference. Oshilor, hello Mo, how are you doing tonight? Hope your night has been going well. I know it's pretty late where you at. No wait, this is your weekend, so you could watch me just How are you doing? Nice to see you around. I feel like the 4060 is slower, but it depends on what you're doing. I mean, it's mostly just video editing and like working in After Effects. And I'm not really like trying to push the boundaries super hard on gaming, because like I don't even AAA game. What do you mean? It's like, I mean, it's working well for me. It's working just fine. And the 4060 Ti is apparently 42% faster. See? Anything is an upgrade. Nice to see you too, Larry. Thank you. Glad to see you around, and glad to be back to streaming too, because it's been a long wild journey. So yeah, I'm just detailing like all of the new stuff that like my whole PC saga to like everybody on the YouTubes and the Twitchies. The M render score is more than doubled. Ayo. Yeah, that's not all I upgraded. Yeah, I got that. Because now I'm using the AM5 sockets now, so I can now use 7th gen and 9th gen. Why didn't I choose 9th gen? Mostly cost. Oh, and yeah, I can turn this 4 into a 5 now. So yeah, that's the new PC specs. And then once the PC died, and then once the old PC died, you want to know what I did? You want to know what I did? I bought all the stuff from Amazon. I bought every single part from Amazon. And I remember the order in which everything came into. Okay. I ordered the parts. I ordered I basically ordered a good amount of everything on Friday. Or Thursday. Like Thursday night. Friday. I get the power supply. No, wait. I get the motherboard and the PC case. You know, it's very important because when you build the PC, the motherboard and the case is kind of important. Boy got the next Dance Dance Revolution 5, exactly. I went from Dance Dance Revolution 4th mix to Dance Dance Revolution 5th mix. The first Dance Dance Revolution game to run at 60 frames per second. What an upgrade. You could build a second PC with all the old parts. I could. I mean, all that's missing in the second PC is literally a boot drive. You just gotta put another boot drive in it. But like the case is still good. Like I'm guessing like the hard disk, like the graphics card is still good. The RAM is still good. I think. The CPU is still good. I think it should still be good. It's like, why would you want to throw out a it's just like it's not like the whole PC is unusable. Like you could still salvage that build, just probably maybe not use all of the SATA ports, or maybe not use the SATA ports and just rely on M.2. Gotta do that good old 2 PC stream setup with a PCI capture card in the second. Then you don't have OBS taking up CPUs. Oh my god. Oh god, I remember when that was basically mandatory in like the mid-10s. Like if you wanted super high quality streaming, you needed 2 PCs. It's like one of the PCs to run the stream and another PC to actually run the games that you want to play. Because like running the game and streaming at the same time wasn't really feasible back then. So you needed that old setup. TV / non-bedroom PC. Yeah. Or you could just give it away to someone that wants it. Like I could make it like a media center PC. Like, you know, just put like movies on it. Figure out how to put movies on it. I still remember trying to record everything on Fraps and XSplit. Oh god. Remember when you had to pay for streaming software? And then OBS came, and then Open Broadcaster software came and kicked XSplit's butt. It's like, why pay for streaming software when you could just get on it for free? Though there might be some things that like XSplit still had that OBS didn't, because like, you know, OBS was kind of primitive when it first came out. Like it was Windows only, and like everything wasn't really like modular and stuff. But then they switched, and then they started developing OBS Studio, and it's like, it's super cracked now. It's super cracked. Ain't nobody got time for that. Good old Justin.tv days, back when Twitch was still named after Justin. I remember when Twitch.tv and Justin.tv were still separate websites. I mean, they both handled streaming, but Twitch TV was strictly gaming, and Justin.tv was strictly IRL. And then Justin TV closed down, and now you could do IRL stuff on Twitch. Yeah. You can also just yap too. There's an entire category dedicated to yapping. Man, how things evolve these days. Whew. I remember back in the day when I used to stream on Ustream.tv. Who remembers Ustream? Oh God. For those of you who might not know, Ustream was like the most primitive streaming platform of like the late 2000s. It was created in a time when I think it was like Ustream was like the streaming service before Justin.tv and Twitch.tv were a thing. And like if you wanted to like watch like live streams, like it didn't really take, like it wasn't really that big back then, so like Ustream was basically one of two places that I remember where you could do like live streams and stuff. I also remember there was another website that had its own proprietary recording software. At least they did, but I remember that. There was another live streaming website called livestream.com, and it had its own, like you said, it had its own proprietary streaming software, but it was a streaming software that you could run on your PC, and you could do like video, like desktop capture. It was the first software that I know of, that I personally knew of, that could do desktop capture. It had fire in the name or something. No, not livestream.com. Well, that's the one that I remember, at least. That's the one that I remember. But anyways, it's Friday. I got in the case and the motherboard. Saturday, I got in the power supply. You know what? Oh wait, I closed out. I closed my old Okay. Friday was the PC case and the motherboard. Saturday was the power supply and no wait, I think I did. I know I sent some people on. Oh, there it is. So Saturday I got the power supply. I think the power supply, and I think the RAM. Sunday I got the CPU and the graphics card. Monday I got Monday I got the RAM, I think. Yeah, Monday I got the RAM, and Tuesday was when I got the water cooler, or like the liquid cooler. WeFire. I don't remember using WeFire, but I definitely do remember Ustream and Livestream for the very early streaming days. So I got all of the parts by Tuesday, and yeah, as I got the parts, I was actually installing all of it one by one. So like on Sunday, when I just had the motherboard and the CPU and the GPU, like I installed the CPU because I knew that it's not really gonna be that big of a deal if it just chills out there, but it's basically just gonna be naked for like the next couple of days. And I can't install the graphics card yet because I don't have the M.2 drives yet. ¿Qué pasa? Wait, what? No. 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 Anyways, so yeah, I built all of this stuff as I had the parts for, and I saved off installing the graphics card until I got the M.2 drives installed, which I'm surprised that the computer actually comes with its own heat sinks for whatchamacallit, the M.2 drives. Though one of the M.2 drives I had actually had a heatsink built in, so it kind of made one of the built-in heatsink on the motherboard redundant. So I just have it lying around somewhere. And then I got I think I got the second M.2 drive, and so I was able to install that. And then once I installed it and like applied the heatsink to it, then I was able to install the graphics card. Then I installed the graphics card, and then after that it was just waiting until Tuesday to install the water cooler, and that was an adventure in of itself. Yeah, the thing that I learned about the AM5 socket connectors is that I actually got a socket connector that has these little like hook things that you could like hook up coolers to. So instead of just like screwing it on, like there's like these little like grips. They're little like metal grips that you just put inside the hook, put inside those like little like hooks, and then you just screw that in to tighten it up, which I thought was interesting. I was confused at it at first, but then eventually I like got the hang of it, and then I installed the water cooler, and then I tested it all out. I tested it all up. Everything was like installed and stuff. And well, first things first, the computer didn't blow up. The computer didn't blow up first try. So after that, it was just a matter of like, you know, making sure that all of the drives were like working properly. And then I found out that one of the SATA SSDs was kind of acting a little bit wonky. Like it would detect on one boot up and then it wouldn't on the next boot up, which I thought was really weird. So I diagnosed that, and it turns out that one of the SSDs was going bad. Lurking for food in bed, but Gamba on stream, Lure. Thank you. Hope you have a good night, Alpha. And thanks for stopping by. So yeah, I diagnosed the SATA SSDs, and it turns out that the one that was related to my cloud storage was basically dying. So I made a backup of all of that stuff on my external SSD, and then I just marked it as going bad. And then I just tossed that aside. And then after that, it was just getting... So after I diagnosed that SATA SSD issue, all that was left was to install Windows 11. It's okay. It's okay. I already had a Microsoft account, so setting that stuff up was basically smooth sailing at that point. So I set up Windows 11. And then it was just a matter of installing all of the things. Just reinstalling all of the things that I used to have on my old computer, using my handy dandy push folder from Dropbox as a reference. So yeah, I downloaded Dropbox so against Microsoft's wishes, like I decided to use Microsoft Edge for the express purpose of downloading Chrome, and it gave me all of the things to try to stop me from downloading Chrome. It's like, you don't need Chrome, you use Edge. And I'm just like, no, Microsoft, shut up. You can't tell me what to do. And then I installed Chrome anyways. There is apparently a way to set up Windows 11 without a Microsoft account, but you have to know it exists in the command to bypass. Well, I have also been hearing that Microsoft is winning at the giant game of cat and mouse of allowing people to install Windows 11 without needing a Microsoft account. Or at least making it like a lot harder to like do that, because like, you know, people find an exploit and then Microsoft has to do everything they can to like make sure that like they can't use it, and then like they find another exploit. It's like, yeah, I hear it is a giant game of cat and mouse with the whole trying to figure out how to install Windows 11 without having a Microsoft account. Yeah, I hope you're having fun with that. And so I installed Windows 11 on the thing. And they're like, I installed Chrome on the thing, and then I installed the Dropbox on the thing, and then I got all of the stuff primed for like indexed for Dropbox and OneDrive, because, you know, I didn't want the main OneDrive folder into like in like the same drive as the boot drive. So I unlinked and then relinked it once I moved the OneDrive folder. Excuse me. And then I indexed that stuff too, and then all was right with the world. It's always good to have backups. Yeah, that I definitely learned, especially of your boot drive. But speaking of the boot drive, you're probably wondering what happened to that. I sent it in for data recovery. For data recovery. They recently got back to me on like what sort of damages there were. And turns out, like, you know, I thought just not being able to detect it on a computer would have constituted a level 2 failure, because level 3 failures are usually the most catastrophic ones. Like, you know, it's like it is like things got rammed into, like things got destroyed, like massively like destroyed on it, or like things like or like something just like physical damage and all of that stuff. They diagnosed my boot drive, and they categorized it in the same level as like having like big physical damage to it. So yeah, and instead of just taking the L, instead of taking the L, I went through with it, and I'll just take whatever I can get. Honestly, it's mostly just taking whatever's in pictures, documents, music, and that's it. I couldn't care less about the programs that were installed on the boot drive. I just want the contents back. The boot drive is less important than your data, but backing up your boot drive can help speed up recovery. Yeah. Yeah, it's because like it's because I care about the data that I actually just install all of the stuff, install things on like an external drive. Because when you install things on an external drive, even if the boot drive goes kaput, when you make, so like say for instance on this new build, I knew what programs I could reinstall just by looking at what programs I had installed on the previous one. So like I just go into like the old program files on the other stuff, and then I just look at like what I had installed. So like I had all of the Korg VSTs installed on here. I had Muse Score installed on here. I had my Native Instruments plugins and almost all of my VSTs installed on here too. When I was on Windows, one of the first things I did was separate out the user folders to a separate location. So funny you mentioned that. I actually did have the foresight to move the user folder, move the videos folder to a separate location. But I didn't have the foresight to move music, documents, and pictures to a separate location. So that was just hanging out with the same stuff as the boot drive, because like, you know, I just thought, you know, it's very small, wouldn't take up that much, but I know videos take up a lot, so that would benefit from being outside. Nope. I probably should have just offloaded it to like the same drive, just to be safe. And now I know. And now I know. Well, lesson learned. Just to offload all of this stuff. I feel like this is relevant, but someone else I knew had similar failures on their PC this week, and I just saw Kokoro Beats tweet about his CPU failing. Well, at least the CPU failing doesn't mean that all of your data is gone, just that you don't have a brain for your computer for the time being. Like, you just uninstall it. It's like, yeah, it's gonna be a lot of effort, but you take the cache, open up the cache, remove the cooler, and then you remove the CPU very carefully, and then save up money to buy a new CPU, I guess. Nah. I remove CPUs with my teeth. So yeah, I installed all of the programs, and then but that wasn't the end of my work. That wasn't the end of my adventures, because a day later, suddenly my PC would just shut off, and then I had to diagnose that issue by leaving it off for like a few minutes, turning it back on, and finding out that my CPU was throttling very massively. Like it was heat throttling like no one's business. I checked the hardware info. And I checked all of the temperature gauges, and the CPU was running massively hot. So my adventures weren't over. I took the CPU out and I took it back into the other room to diagnose, and it turns out that the CPU fan header decided it didn't want to work for some reason. And I only figured it out by swapping the fan connectors, and finding out that when I plugged in the case fans to the CPU fan connector, suddenly the fans wouldn't work. And so what I did was I took one of the thankfully there were two headers for like CPU stuff, and so I took the pump and connected that to the second working CPU header, and then I took the case fans and connected it to the last CPU case fan header, and then all was right with the world again. So I reinstalled everything else, and then I restored all of the backups for like all of my streaming stuff. However, the sad part was that like for some reason I stopped being proactive about scene backups when I made my new overlays, and so I was basically knocked back several months. But on the plus side, at least I'm still using my new overlays. At least I'm still using my new overlays. SSDs have a read/write limit. Hard disk drives have a mechanical limit because of the spin-up motor wearing out. Yeah. I probably should have foretold that, because like usually whenever SSDs fail, they don't fail to the point where Windows won't recognize them. So I figured there might have been something else at fault, or there might have been something else at fault for why those drives ended up failing. Hello there, Banana Wallpaper. How are you doing tonight? I'm mostly talking about my new CPU adventure, my new computer adventures. Because I recently built a new PC and the old PC just kind of cacked itself. So I figured like there must have been something going horribly wrong when it came to like you know, the SSDs like failing like that. Because usually when an SSD fails normally, it will just be put into it would just be just like a normal, like it's like you can't write to it anymore. Everything that's on this SSD is just locked into whatever it is. I didn't expect for things to like just go down very catastrophically like it did, but it did. And now I have to deal with the consequences of that. You shall be my podcast while I game. Alright. Hope you have a good gaming session. Hope you have a good time with your gaming and stuff. WD green are the longest lived SSDs in my opinion, but blue are decent. Yeah, I had blues for the other ones. I had blues for the other SSDs. Like the game drive is currently using WD blue. I did eyeball WD green, but I didn't really look too much into it. I probably should have in terms like just so I could be more prepared for like durability and stuff. But also because of this, I've also been making image backups of like the boot drive and all of that stuff. So if it does come time that like, you know, the boot drive decides it wants to heck itself again, then I can at least still restore stuff. I have ADATA NVMe SSDs. I'm hoping they're durable. Yeah, really hoping so too. But you know, better safe than sorry. So like, I'll at least try to keep things more backed up. WD black goes too hard and will make lots of heat and die sooner. Yeah, maybe that explains why it has its own heat sink, because it generates a lot of heat. Or like any SSD any M.2 SSD, I guess, that has like really fast storage. Yeah. Well, we'll see, because like I definitely did prioritize speed when it came to the NVMe ones that I bought, and mostly for like video editing purposes and stuff. So yeah, so that was my PC PC building adventure. So far, it's been treating me very well. Like 2 weeks in, no problem. Like no major problems, except for, you know, figuring out the audio problems with the microphone. I think it's probably because like I am technically running 2 mic sources at the same time. One of them PreSonus, the other one the iRig, and I'm only running the PreSonus one because yeah, I wanted phantom power without using up batteries, because I found out that the iRig preamp that I normally use, if I want to turn on phantom power for that, I need batteries for that, and batteries run out. So if I just use like an actual audio interface that I could just turn on phantom power for without needing to use up like batteries and stuff, then yeah, I could use that. And the reason why I'm using that is because I bought myself a new microphone. Yeah, we're not like it's like, yeah, I built the PC, but that's not all I wanted to get back into. I bought a new mic for singing, so now I can try and go ham on doing song covers. Question mark. So yeah, I bought myself a new microphone. You're actually hearing this microphone right now. How is it, by the way? I actually just copied all of the filters that I used for my iRig microphone, and then I just put it into the PreSonus one, and this one has like a slightly different profile for it. So I'm definitely gonna need to watch the stream and see how that sounds like. So I'm kind of curious. I'm kind of curious about how it sounds, or if it will be like karaoke ready or song cover ready. It's okay because I could just use new tone and like processing to like make myself sound good. Sounds good? Yeah, that's what I like to hear. Whew, at least that's good, because yeah, I kind of want to do the song covers. Maybe I might just start off with like short song covers before doing like the long song covers, because I don't have anyone to make music videos for. And also, I don't really know of that many artists to reach out to make assets for music videos. So I'm just gonna do like song covers on like YouTube shorts, or just like play around with like doing skits plus song covers, and see where I go with that. Who needs fancy graphics anyways? That is true. Like I could literally just like commission art, put a background on it, and then I just like put lyrics on it. That's probably the simplest music video you could do. It's just you commission yourself a graphic, you have like an opaque back, so you like have like a single color background, you just put all of the lyrics. You just put all of the lyrics in like bold text. I could do that. I don't need any fancy schmancy music video. I don't need a fancy schmancy music video. I could just keep it simple. But yeah, that's why I bought this new mic, so I could get more into that stuff. And also so I can pad out my portfolio on mixing and on like tuning, timing, mixing and mastering, because I only have Yui's I Can't Stop the Loneliness cover Nanri's melt short cover and some tuning and timing stuff that I did for Off Choir this year. That's the only practical experience that I have. So if I do my own stuff, then I could use that to sell my services in tuning, timing, mixing, and mastering. Yeah. I want to get more experience on that front. And also I should probably reinstall. Do I have MuseScore? I do have MuseScore installed on here. Okay, I did reinstall MuseScore, and I also bit the bullet and installed more recent versions of Audacity on this computer. Getting used to new Audacity is quite the treat indeed, because before, like, all of the effects used to just be on one drop down. Now I have to go into drop downs within drop downs. Wait, Audacity changed? I mean, it's owned by Muse Group, for one, and two, like, they shuffled a few things here and there, and they also added some new features, so that way, like, if you wanted to work more musically rather than just pure, like, audio samples, you could do that. But I'm more used to using Audacity as just like pure audio sample based editing, rather than using it as like a bare bones DAW, as like the bare bones equivalent of like Reaper and stuff. So like if I just want to do like quick audio sampling, then I'll just bust open Audacity, change the input to stereo mix, and then just record what I want to capture and then just save it. That's what I mostly use Audacity for. If I want to do like vocal recordings, I will usually just use FL Studio. Yeah, I'll just use FL Studio and just record stuff directly to there. Record all of the audio recordings into like a folder and stuff, and then just work on it from there. Instead of like recording all of the vocals on Audacity and then just like recording and just like doing it and like exporting it separately like that, and then importing that into FL Studio, I'd just rather do everything in FL Studio. But that's just my personal workflow. But yeah, so that's me and song covers. But there's also another thing that I discovered. I got that little mode of thanks for this newfound ability that I might want to try out, called vertical streaming. I don't have TikTok, so I'm not going to stream on there. And no, you're not going to catch me doing NPC streams like they do on TikTok. But if I were to, for instance, do like music making streams or like karaoke streams and stuff like that. Ooh, maybe going to the vertical dimension. Hello, nice to meet you, Brassica Trainwreck. How are you doing tonight? And yeah, I may be traversing the vertical dimension and start doing like maybe karaoke streams or like chatting streams with a vertical video on YouTube. Much to some of my audience's dismay. But for what it's worth, I could use for what it's worth. Maybe it could work out. Maybe it could work out. Maybe it won't. Who knows? There's only one way to find out. Like right now on YouTube, I'm just doing like a normal stream. I'm just doing like a normal like landscape 16:9 stream. But I recently got a plugin called Item, AITUM, And not only does it allow me to do multi-streaming locally, because here's another thing about my new computer. It has Wi-Fi 6E, which means let me just dig into my screen caps real fast. But look at how fast these internet speeds are. Look at how fast my PC goes with Wi-Fi 6E. If I were to use like Ethernet power line, I would only be getting like a fraction of this. But yeah. So like, yeah, I can leverage this ability by basically doing multi-streaming locally. Like, yeah, it will require twice the bandwidth, but honestly, this is much more than this is like twice the bandwidth is only like an extremely small fraction of this. And this is the only thing that you need for like streaming stuff. Like, okay, so let's do the math. So one stream is going to YouTube at 6 megabits per second. Another stream is going to Twitch at another 6 megabits per second. That's 12 megabits per second. I don't know about you, but I think almost 600 megabits per second is like way more than just 12 megabits per second. But that's just me. It's really fast. It's really fast. It's so speech. In case you find it useful, YouTube still considers it a quote-unquote vertical stream if the dimensions are square. I know. As long as your dimensions are square and taller, then it's considered, and also less than a minute, then it's considered a YouTube short. Because I know that through YouTube. I know that through how YouTube shorts work. Because if it's a square and it's less than a minute, then it's a short. If it's taller than it is wide and less than a minute, then it's a short. However, if it's now I know if it's either square or taller than it is wide, and you are live streaming to it, then it's a YouTube stream. Then it's a YouTube short stream. So that's probably how I'm going to look at it. That upload speed is incredibly high. I know, right? It's like I think I'm starting to understand the problems now when it comes to like, oh, why are we having such spotty internet? It's because we don't have the technology to take advantage of that super fast internet. Like, you need like Wi-Fi 6E to like take advantage of all that stuff. And it just so happens that my new computer has Wi-Fi 6E built right in. So like, all I needed to do is just port in the antenna. Just port in the antennas. Put in the antennas, have the little receptor like take in the internet, and then we zoomies. And then we zoomies. But for real, but for what it's worth though, I'm only just gonna be on YouTube and Twitch for the most part. Technically speaking, I could stream on Twitter. But I don't have Twitter. I don't have Twitter Blue. And you can tell how crazy I'm still protesting the name change by still calling things by their old name. It's like, I don't have Twitter Blue. It's not Twitter Blue. It's X Premium. It's like, I don't care. I still have the Twitter Bird brand assets to spite you. I mentioned the square bit because I personally refuse to make vertical videos, so squares get me on the shorts feed while not making vertical videos. Ah! Yeah. Man, like, square videos just bring me, give me so many memories of Vine. Because they used to run like solely on square videos. Lol, Musk called it Twitter when posting a meme about VPNs in Brazil. Oh my god. See, I don't know what that guy's doing. I don't think anyone knows what that guy's doing or what he's trying to get out of all. It's like, oh, I'm trying to turn this thing into the everything app. It's like, no, I'm not trusting you with my money. I'm not trusting you with my finances. See, not even he knows what he's doing. He just... I feel like this probably might have been the worst impulse buy of the century. The worst impulse buy. But what's new about that, really? What's new about so yeah. Vertical streams. I mean, I could also no. I'm not gonna use TikTok. I'm not getting on TikTok. But what could come in handy is that, you know, rather than, cause like, since now I have vertical streaming stuff, I can actually like, it's like, it'll be a lot easier for me to like record vertical videos because I don't have to do things like, you know, record in 16:9 and then just figure out where to put stuff, because I could just use, I could just use the vertical canvas, record my B-roll, record all of my footage from that, and then just work from that. Rather than just like, you know, doing they're just like green screening on 16:9 and then just moving all of the stuff where you need it to. Yeah. So that should come in handy for when I plan out like vertical video stuff, because I still want to get into posting YouTube, like normal YouTube videos, because I know there are some people that simply cannot catch like my nighttime streams. Sadly, I don't really have like super flexible streaming hours. Like I consistently stream at 9 p.m. and exclusively 9 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, which is a pain if you're either based in Europe or based on the East Coast of the Americas. I can already hear the weepings of Wrong for Rabbit and Parma Komodo, and also Dear Nanette. I know Adelaire Nanette or Dear Nanette wanted to like watch me do streams, but when I stream, it is 12 a.m. where Nanette is based. And I think Nanette has like an early sleep schedule. Like she probably just actually goes to bed at like 10 or 11 p.m. her time, which is like 7 to 8 p.m. my time. He's bad, man. I wish I could stream in like the afternoons or like earlier in the evenings, but I have a job. I have a full-time job that puts food on my car tray. Honestly, when it gets cooler and the ants stop invading my room, then I'll probably like start, you know, not eating in the car so much. Puts food on your family. Exactly. I was trying not to say that because I know Fireship says it a lot. It's like, oh, I have a programming job so I can put food on my family. It's like, oh, I have a programming job so I could put food on my family. Yeah. food on my family. So, since I'm using what is essentially the singing mic, this is 2000s humor. Let's just say that I only heard of food on my family through Fireship, for what it's worth. Alright, so that should more or less be the saga of like my new PC, adventures, and also my newfound singing adventures. So speaking so we're not gonna do like full-on karaoke because I'm not entirely sure. Because I'm not entirely sure if like things will like completely sync up. But we will do. I do wanna give this a little test. I do want to give this a little bit of a test. So we're gonna do some I'm gonna try and find a song like some songs to sing to like test out like what singing sounds like on this microphone. The thing is, I gotta figure out what I want to sing. What do I want to sing? Alright, so we are going to sing. What should I trying to think off the top of my head. It's like maybe nah. Tsumi. Oh, you know what? So we are going to. We'll see if I can find a. Yes, this one has Furigan on it. So we're going to. So I'm gonna sing. I'm gonna try singing. Singing. Zenryoku Shonen. Zenryoku Shonen by Tsukima Switch. just as like a little test. And it's like I'm not gonna like maybe I'll have a metronome. Just how I'm not sure if you can hear the metronome, but I'm basically つまずいていたら置いてかれた泥水の中を今日もよろめきながら進む汚れちまった僕の世界浮いた話浮いた話などない染みついた孤独量に拭えまっている試されてまでもここにいること決めたのに強よただ強い つぶやいていた積み上げたものぶっ壊して身につけなもの取ったらってとうとう止めどない血落ちと汗で乾いたのをあの頃の僕らはきっと全力して少年だった世界を開くのは誰だSorry! Hello there! Not you catching me singing old school J-Rock very poorly. How are you doing tonight? It's nice to see you. Not sure if there's supposed to be any backing music, but I don't hear anything. That's because I'm doing a cappella singing tests. So there is no backing vocal. I'm just doing like I'm just singing for the heck of it. Oh, I did not know that VIP. Wait a minute. Oh, that's new. I just found out on Twitch, if you put the artist role on someone, their bubble turns blue. Those bubbles, no, it was going good. Yay, I'm glad you think so, but maybe I should find something that's within my range. You know what? I'm gonna sing some more. I'm gonna sing, Mo koi nante shinai. I'm gonna sing the chorus. I'm just gonna quickly sing the chorus to, Mo koi nante shinai. Or... Funny how the song is called I Will Never Love Again, but the lyrics actually, if you listen to the lyrics, like when you get to the chorus, like the whole, like, it's like the song is called Mo koi nante shinai, which is like I will never love again, but when you get to the actual chorus and the end of the chorus where the title drops, the whole line is actually I will never ever say that I will never love again. A little bit of stretching, vocal cords are a muscle after all. Whoa, I'm blowing up, chat. You definitely are, Starry. I did not know that it makes your bubble blue when you're an artist. Okay, I definitely know what I need to change after this stream because I've never seen that before. But glad you were able to inadvertently test that out for me, Starry. All right, so I'm gonna drop this down a little bit and sing the chorus of Mo koi nante shinai. Sayonara to itta kimi no kimochi wa wakaranai kedo いつもより眺めがいい左に少し戸惑ってるよもし君に一つだけ強がりを言えるのならもう恋なんてしないなんて言わないよ絶対Yay! I just wanted to sing the chorus for that. How was that? I need some water. That should be a little bit better. Yay! Let's go! You know, one of these days, maybe I'll probably do I'll probably do like a karaoke session just to get into the swing of things cuz like you know I see all of these people on the Vtubers on Twitch. They like to do the karaoke streams. They like to do the fun they like to do It's like there's some people that like to do like karaoke streams for like 6 hours straight. I don't know how Thinkerbella does it, but she crazy. She has like 1,000 song repertoire and she sings for like 7 hours at a time. What the hell, girl? How do you do? How do you just do that? I need. Oh. Wait, hold on. I have an idea. There's a song called Satellite by Camellia. And so there's a song called Satellite by Camellia. And funnily enough, the song has lyrics on it. I mean, yeah, they're very English, but they go a little something like this. Long ago people prayed for a wish to a star who floated in the sky. Only artifacts can be seen here, no matter how much we try. Instead of natural scintillation, they always mechanically blink. No one believes these fairy tales anymore, but our two hearts in sync to wish upon a satellite. You can tell it's written by a non-native English speaker by how crazy all of the intonation is. And then you get to the Japanese lyrics, which goes along the lines of 1万年前の人は星ってやつ乗ったんだって機械めいた信号じゃなく歌いたらしいんだ記憶か絵の中かおとぎ話しかないけど星の代わりに二つの願いをそっとよいしょと願いをそっとよいしょぱなさてらOh God. When Japanese people write English lyrics, they're like, it's quite a treat if you ask me. It's like so much interest, so much interesting intonations on the English words, putting different emphasis on the syllables that we're not used to. No. All right. So we're going to get a little bit more obscure. We're going to test this out on rhythm game music. So we're going to go to our good old friend Remy Wiki to find some songs to sing. Oh wait, we could just look up the lyric. Let's see. I'm going to try singing I'm going to try singing a song called Miracle Moon, which is an old school rhythm game bop sung by Lil Guy, Lil humble vocalist girl by the name of Sana. But I am a dude, so I'm just gonna be singing it with I hate to say that I have to go ham on Bean and Ikemen when it comes to stuff like this, because that's the only way that I can sell myself as a dude singing music, especially when I'm singing music that was originally sung by women. Anyways, 会いたくてどうしようもない夜、無情な距離に愛情が試される。こんなにも生真面目な二人、今時ちょっと そうもんだね。ねえ。星の彼方に願いを込めて二人をつなぐ更新ずつ愛の奇跡を見せてあげる Do you believe in love? Yes, I'm just feeling now 愛のチャンネルを見さ合わせたならお月様が中継局 Do you believe in love? Yes, I'm just feeling now. Okay, so that was an obscure rhythm game song that I just sang. Let's finish this off with something that's more familiar, shall we? Let's go into the realm of Porter Robinson. Mr. Porter Robinson, and we're going to be playing we're going to be a cappella singing Mirror from Porter Robinson. You know what? Hold on. Let's hook this baby up. It works. Okay. So okay, hold on. Think. Yeah, I don't think any of the okay, never mind. I was thinking of playing like a simple backing melody for that, but you know, I'll just keep it a cappella. So like okay, I'm just gonna sing up to the first chorus. So here we go. Well, you were the aftermath of every judgment, so cold by the sweat that you'll waste away. And you carry your enemies, but they're so familiar. I'm sick of the company, so I call the shame. And I know you'll say how I'm a burden. Yeah, do your worst all at once. I know what you want from me. Know what you're thinking. It's not the voice of all the others. You've only said it to yourself. Know what you want from me. Know what you're thinking. They've come to feel like things we're saying to ourselves. I might want to cover this in the future. I don't know about you guys, but I want to cover this. I want to do a cover song of this. And then do a cover of this, and then hopefully like get some friends to like do the inner voice. Do the inner voice, you know, the ones that say they come to feel like things we're saying to ourselves. And also, now these voices have become our own. And then you also get this part, and then this ending part. Sometimes the inner voice is encouraging, calling for you to run these final few yards. You're nearly there. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. It will all be it's like it's like you're nearly there. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Well, why didn't that darn it. Hold on. I'm gonna get the it's like sometimes the inner voice is encouraging, calling you to run those final few yards. You're nearly there. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going.
It will all be okay in the end.
That's what I want to do. It's just like bring people in to just like say the inner voice lines. It's like you're nearly there. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going.
It will all be okay in the
end. That's my combination that I would use for like a quote unquote mercy kill ban. It's like if someone's causing trouble and I need to like quote unquote mercy kill them, then that's just one of the things that I'll do. All right, I think that's about enough acapella testing. How did you guys think of that? How did you guys like? Was it any good? Like, was it any good? Is the mic quality good for what it is? Like for singing and stuff? Like, obviously, like, there's a lot that I can improve on in terms of, like, you know, the actual singing. But, you know, that's just something that I'll worry about when I actually get to, you know, doing the covers. Because I am timing and tuning my own vocals. So, that is something for me to consider when I eventually get down to doing these covers and stuff. Yeah, I guess that should be it. I've yapped for about 2 hours, mostly about PC stuff, but I'm glad that we could end it off with we could end things off with just chatting about my new music endeavors. Mic sounds fine for this, I think. Yay! I love it. I'm glad. I'll definitely take very good care of this mic for doing like song covers and stuff, and I'll also troubleshoot what's going down with my troubleshoot what's going on with my other microphones, because having access to those is also kind of important too. So yeah. But yeah, that should be it for tonight. Thank you guys for tuning in. No plan, no other, there is one more stream that I am having this weekend, and this is actually courtesy of Penboo. I am actually going to be doing an afternoon stream on Saturday, assuming that nothing gets in the way at the very last minute on Saturday. But I will be doing a little mahjong session with Penboo, where I'll be learning how to play mahjong, which is saying a lot because, well, okay, I actually do have, so a little confession to make. I actually do know a little bit of how to play mahjong. I initially went into this because like I was like, oh, this is nice. Maybe I could learn how to do like do things like learn how to manually score hands, because not everyone's gonna have a freaking mahjong calculator to score hands. And the reason and the reason why I'm doing this collab is because everything is gonna be like, there's no automation here. Everything is completely manual. So it'll be as if we were in front of a board, like actually shuffling like like actually shuffling the tiles and like distributing the tiles to everybody. So it's gonna be like actually playing like mahjong like with other people. But yeah, so that's gonna be happening on Saturday. I need to confirm again what time it's gonna be happening, but I do know it is gonna be in the afternoon. It is going to be at time 12 p.m. noon Pacific. So I'm just gonna, and also there's gonna be like slightly different thumbnail styles because I'm not making the thumbnails for this stream. However, I'm probably just gonna add my little transparent stripes on it just so I can like say like, hey, like this is my stream. If you wanna catch me, this is my POV, and yeah, I'm gonna learn how to play mahjong with other people. I'm gonna be learning how to play mahjong with 2 other people. Like I do know kind of the basics of mahjong. Though I'm gonna assume that I'm just gonna have the assumption that like everyone else that's joining this collab is like an absolute beginner. I kind of feel bad now. I feel bad that it's gonna be that I was like, I'm going into this how to learn how to play mahjong collab with at least non-zero knowledge of playing mahjong, whereas everyone else is probably like, I have never seen this game before, and I don't know what everything means or how to do stuff. And meanwhile, I'm just like, okay, I just all right, so just setting up the next stream details, and then we'll head out for tonight. Don't worry about it, it'll be fine. It'll be good to have someone with a bit of experience as long as you're patient with the others. Yeah. Mahjong Boza. Mahjong Nyumon Boza. With Henbu Sensei Rasu Tari. Okay, that's the most okay. That should be good for the titles. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. It was glad to see you all tuning in to what I've been up to for the past couple of weeks, and hopefully I'll be back up to speed with doing streams again on both YouTube and Twitch, because you know, I probably might not be getting YouTube partner anytime soon, but maybe if I start posting videos, I'll probably get a little bit more traction on that. And also I'll probably try to get like affiliate on Twitch at the very least. So yeah, I look forward to it. That sounds like fun. Yeah, you get to learn how to play mahjong with others. And also I maybe get to like help out and like clarify things too, in case, you know, there are some things that may need some clarifying. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and now I'll see you guys on the next stream. Bye bye, bye bye, bye bye. Wow, it's been a while since I've said that. Dang.